It's Christmas time, so gather everyone around and let's have a little quiz. This is the Interpro Show. Here we go. Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Interpro Show, back with a Christmas spectacular extravaganza special of a quiz. As I am joined by Ulster Adam, Leinster David, Munster Ben, and I am stepping back into a different type of hot seat this time. I'm going to be quizmaster extraordinaire because tonight we're going to do an Irish rugby quiz of 2025, and hopefully it doesn't end up as badly as the last time I did a quiz with Ben and David, who were great sports, but you don't want to be only getting 60% of the questions right in a two-horse race of a quiz.
Look, Keith Earls may or may not have ever played for Munster. I'm not. I'm not here to question you. It's
These
fine.
these these guys didn't know who Aurelian Rougerie was even when I gave them Wesley Fofana's name, but that's an entirely different point.
They're different people.
David wasn't with us last week, so David, firstly, how are you getting on?
Yeah, I'm going great. Had a relatively fun weekend. Got the result. Can't complain too much. It's a match that has grown on me as time has passed, and I've listened to podcasts where people go, "No, actually, it's quite good. Yeah, no, you should feel quite good about it." So, yeah, no, not too bad. Having a good time.
A lovely evergreen statement. That could have been about anything. That could have been about the fucking Bulls URC final for all we know. So fair play. But we are actually recording this literally like the day after that we recorded the most
Yeah, no,
recent
it
podcast.
was it was it was yesterday.
So we're going to get into it. So the way it's going to work is we're going to have four rounds. I know, usually you do five. We're going to do four. The first round is going to be a true or false round. Five questions of 1 point each. As I said, all these rounds are going to be available for you to play at home. The second round is going to be not alphabetical, a provincial special, but we'll go in alphabetical order. So we'll start with Adam, then on to Ben, then David, and they get asked about their chosen provinces. From there, then we move on to what's next. It is an Ireland round, but kind of an asterisk because I put in some Lions questions. Don't come at me. I just needed more questions, to be honest, G. They're going to be 10 questions of 1 point each as well. I'll go over that at the top of each. And the final round, I'm going to let Adam introduce it. Adam, what's the final round of this quiz?
The Jamember special. The
It is
Jamember one. Do you
it's the
remember them?
Remember Me special. Four players, one from Ulster, one from Munster, one from Leinster, one Ireland affiliated, and one international player of 5 points each. So that one is going to be the round to keep an eye out on. But gentlemen, may the best man win. Have you got your pen and pencils ready and your phones put to the side?
Yes. Yeah, my phone's that way.
Yes. I'll trust you. Look, I'll trust you. That's the only way we're
I'll
going to
just
do
do
this.
this. I look like a detective. I like
You're going to look like a teacher. Oh, wait, sorry.
yeah.
That's kind of a bit too on the nose. As I said, the first round is a true or false round, 1 point each per question. And question number one, Ireland A slash Ireland XV went unbeaten in 2025. Is that true or is that false? So they played multiple games. They played two, but did they go unbeaten? So Ireland A slash Ireland XV, they played one game as Ireland A, one game as Ireland XV. The XV game we actually covered, the win over Spain, wasn't it? Was it Spain? It was Spain, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
See.
moving on. I will come
See.
back to each question
Oh,
afterwards.
not Italy. Oh no.
Oui, oui.
Question number two, true or false? Anna McGann, the TikTok sensation, was Ireland women's top try scorer in 2025. Is that true or is that false? The Athlone woman who she had a year, she had a great year on TikTok. That's the one way. Hashtag release the fleece was because of her and Eve Higgins. Five, four, three, two, one. I'll come back to it anyways. Question three of the true or false round, and I think you may know this because I've talked about this a few times off air. True or false? All four provinces have won on the same weekend in 2025. Is that true or is that false? That one's a tricky one. I won't lie, but I have mentioned it a few times. So I'll let you answer that before I move on to question four. Of course, for anyone on YouTube, you can see that some of us decided to get all festive. We'll touch on that at the end of the round. But question four of the true or false round. Jack Crowley scored more points for Ireland in 2025 than Sam Prendergast. it would not be an Irish Rugby podcast with an old culture war thrown in there for good measure. So true or false, Jack Crowley scored more points for Ireland than Sam Prendergast in 2025. Now, I should have the exact breakdown of the two here in front of me, but I will have to go fetch that. And the final one, some might say the easiest one, true or false. Tyburn played the most minutes of anyone on the recent British and Irish Lions tour. So the ever-present, ever-tired Munster captain in Ireland's second row and World XV member Tyburn, did he play the most amount of minutes on that tour? I'm going to go back over the questions just really, really quickly. So the first one, question one was true. Again, all true or false, all for 1 point each if you want to get people around to play at home. Ireland A/Ireland XV went unbeaten in 2025. Is that true or false? Next one after that, Anna McGann was Ireland women's top try scorer in 2025. True or false? All four provinces have won on the same weekend in 2025. Thankfully, because of, when we record after this, there's an Interpro, so we can kind of get away with it. That doesn't count because it's all four Interpro weekends. Do not count. Question four. Jack Crowley scored more points for Ireland than Sam Prendergast in 2025. And question five, Tyburn played the most minutes of anyone on the British and Irish Lions tour. So, how do you find that, gents, to start things off? Adam?
A bit tricky. Like I'm really thinking. There's a
It's
couple of questions that
50-50.
I was just
It's
yeah, it's
50-50
50
at the end of
50
the
but
day.
it's one of
But
those
that's
I'm like,
that's part
oh,
of the issue. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
If it
roll the
was true,
dice.
false, or fuck off, maybe you'd have a better chance. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But Ben, you're also the festive cheer. So would you mind just reminding everyone that you are wearing a Christmas jumper? You stood up to the dress code. So would you mind just showing it off if you can
I
at all
did.
there for us?
It's Mr. Plow. It's from Penny's. It's
Oh,
excellent.
That
I
is
love The
good.
Simpsons.
Oh, he's
just
back again.
disappeared.
There, yeah,
And
you can
Hummer's
kind of
gone.
have to see it. Homer blends in with the red background, but
Homer blends in
Mr.
very well.
Flower,
It's kind of weird because yeah, but he's lovely.
it is. That is quite nice.
I
I've
have to
got
admit
a
it.
Santy with a selfie stick. It's actually a t-shirt because it's quite warm in here. So we're kind of
That is
both
very
in.
much showing your age in terms of Christmas, and I love it very much.
I'm not that young. Jesus
He's
Christ.
got his new pajamas early, bless him.
Um, we will. Do you know what we'll do? Because we have a healthy round coming up next. We're going to move on to the provincial specials with Adam up first. Sorry, Adam. It does go in name order. So the provincial special rounds is pretty simple. I'm going to ask each of our three contestants one or five questions each on their chosen province. Each question is worth 2 points. So the very best of luck. Adam,
Do I answer it out loud or do I write it
yeah,
down?
you can actually write it down, but you can also answer out loud
Okay.
to keep the flow going on this
Okay.
particular round.
Okay.
Maybe just write down how many you get or something like that, just
All right.
to
Yeah.
track it first. So, Adam, question one of the provincial specials round. How many games did Ulster win versus the Scottish Italian Shield in 24-25? A reminder, those teams are Benetton, Zebra, Glasgow, and Edinburgh.
2.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It's actually one.
Oh,
They lost to Benetton last year as well, lost to Zebra.
I knew we
Now,
lost to Zebra and I knew we lost to Edinburgh.
yeah,
That's
I might just double check that when we come back around, just to be 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure they lost to Benetton when I looked it up. So
oh,
the
that's
next
okay.
question, question two, this one is slightly easier, but also kind of tricky. Who did Ulster record their only Investec Champions Cup win over back in January?
Their only Invested Cup win
Yeah,
in
so they had a
January
very tricky pool,
in a very
as you
tricky
remember.
pool. Very tricky pool.
oh, that
Yeah,
was a very tricky one.
yeah.
Bordeaux, Toulouse. Who else was on there? Bordeaux,
There's
Toulouse.
two English teams in there.
There's 2 English teams. We've got Northampton, not Northampton. Oh my God.
Ben was in
This
Northampton,
is
so it wasn't Northampton.
yeah, it wasn't
I'm gonna
Northampton.
say, where's the pool with Ulster last year?
Was it was it no. Our only investing chat is that in the professional era?
No, no, it was in 2025. It came in January in round four. In the final round, Ulster had to win to go through, and they did. It was in Ravenhill. And there will actually be a question tied into it a little bit later
Oh,
as well.
I think I know the
I
answer to this.
is
They're a
it
former winner of the competition, if that
Oh,
helps.
that's like giving it away.
No, it
oh
doesn't. Look at him.
I
He's
was just gonna
struggling.
say I'm really struggling with this one. I can't remember last week. Um, is it former winner? Probably English.
It is English. It is English. I'll give you
English.
that.
Yeah, so English former winner, Bath.
It's the most recent English
The most
winner.
the most
Oh,
recent
that's true,
English win
actually.
Yeah,
the most recent English winner of the Champions Cup.
Yeah.
yeah,
If
yeah.
you don't include the asterisk, because it
Oh,
happened during
Exeter,
COVID. It
Exeter,
was extra.
Exeter,
I'm gonna give you extra just
Exeter.
because that was
Sorry,
too much fun.
that was the mental mind games of me overthinking that there.
What
It's
what
it's
what
fine.
asterisks? Saracens haven't won since then, have they? No.
Well, more just the fact that it was the COVID truncated season and they threw out
Oh,
the
they
seedings
st
and all
they
that jazz.
stay they still won. I'm not going to take
Oh
away
well,
from
no,
it.
the following year was more of an asterisk. Well, the following year was the one where they abandoned the pools and then went open draw, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
In 2020, 21,
yeah.
Munster got Toulouse, I remember, even though Munster would have had Scarlets if it went off seeding.
we
Was
were
the
Um,
actually
Exeter
in the
one that
very
excellent
brief
final?
period of opening up again mid-cut. Remember we
hmm.
did that around August, September 2020. We thought, oh, it's over. We can all come back out again. Because I remember watching that final in a restaurant, so we were able to go outside. And
Ah,
then
yes,
That was in
your restaurant
Bristol.
and pint.
Christmas hit, and we all had to go back inside. There was no more substantial meals for us.
Yeah, what was it? €9 meals, I think.
Hmm.
Had
But
to be a
this
€9 chicken
this
roll to sit in a pub
yeah,
for a day
And takeaway points. They were good days,
and
lads. They were
takeaway.
good days.
they were good days. I'm actually just doing a little bit of research ahead of my next question, just to be 100% sure. Okay, there's actually no surprise there on the next one. So my next question is, Adam, in 2024-25, who was Ulster's top try scorer?
Tom Stewart.
Tom Stewart, no. Tom Stewart actually scored a very few amount of tries. It's
Oh
actually
no, he's
Nick Tim.
injured. Oh, of
Yeah,
Is
course.
it?
Yeah, I was gonna say Nick
it's Nick
Timoney.
Timoney. It's
No.
Nick Timoney. Jude Postlewaite was
Oh,
second. Breakout year for him.
do
No,
you know how forgetful last season was? Is when I'm
I do.
struggling on a round like this, but I can easily answer you anything about 2012, 2013. In between.
Well, drink your radioactive pint there, and we'll see if you can get the next one. So, question four, and Adam, please, the hint is in the question. In
I'm
Ulster's win,
struggling.
in Ulster's win in Durban this season, last October, who did Makazole Mapimpi dump tackle en route to a red card? Now, bear in mind, he had to dump tackle this player.
Oh, it was Mike
So
Lowry.
it was Mike Lowry. Correct. Well done. We had to make sure of it, to be honest.
Guano
And
Augustus.
be lucky to lift a finger off that lad, to be honest. Question five for you, Adam. This is a two-parter, so 1 point per person. Name the returning Ireland Sevens. Sorry, name the Ireland Seven star and the returning Ulster winger who had been playing AIL, who both featured for Ulster in Europe last season. So
So the
one of them,
returning um so one of them was Aaron Sexton.
that's not who I'm looking for.
Oh
The
wow.
Ireland Sevens flyer who converted from
It's,
Sevens.
it's Zach Ward.
Yeah, that one's pretty easy. And the
Yeah.
returning Ulster player came out of retirement, played one game in Europe.
Played one game in Europe. AIL.
Mm.
Oh no, this is another one that I'm like
If you say
I
like
feel
Ward
like
for every question, it'll probably give you the points.
yeah,
I'll give you 1 point for Zach Ward, to be fair. I'll give you one
Zach
point for
Ward.
Zach Ward.
Kyle McCall didn't come back last
No,
season.
it's a winger. It's a winger.
It's a winger.
Yeah,
Oh, Rob Little.
it is Rob Little. Correct.
Yeah,
We had to
yeah.
get you through that, but we got you
Sorry,
through
that
in the end.
my
So, Adam, just
four points in the bag.
a run through of the answers. The first one, the answer was one win from four. Then it was Exeter Chiefs, Nick Timoney, Mike Lowry, and then Zach Ward and Rob Little, of which you
Oh,
can get
that was
4 points for,
that
or
was
two
really
points for
difficult.
that one. Not 2 points each, just 2 points in total for that one. Gentlemen, take out your correcting pens. We're going to go over the round one questions while we have a chance. So, round one was all true or false. The first one, true or false, Ireland A/XV went unbeaten in 2025. That is false. They lost to England A in Bristol in the famous game where about seven players got injured. It was not a
Oh,
good watch, to
this
be
is not
honest.
going to be a
No,
good
that was a
quiz.
bad day.
It wasn't a great start, to be fair. I should have given you an easier one to start. Anna McGann was Ireland women's top try scorer in 2025. That is true. She scored 7 tries, including a hat-trick against Italy in the Six Nations. All 4 provinces won on the same weekend in 2025. Who said true? It's false.
No.
It's false.
Because
They
I
they have
remember
not
because there was a
won.
weekend you were talking about it. Oh, I hope Leinster don't drop the ball on this one, and then I think somebody else lost.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
they haven't
Munster
all won
lost.
in the same weekend
that's what it was.
since the end of the 23-24 season.
I presume there was
So
like a weekend where we played like the Scottish/Italian all together, and Leinster managed to get past Glasgow, and then Munster somehow got past
there's
Treviso,
been a couple of
and it was
strange
like
ones.
that way.
There's been a couple of strange ones so far this season here. And then Interpros, you'll often have the other two teams win and then the other one that loses then as well. Who scored more points, Sam or Jack? Who said Sam?
Uh, I said Jack.
It's Sam. The
I said
Leinster
Sam.
man got it wrong. Oh my goodness.
I
Wait,
mean,
that
just on
isn't it.
balance of how many
That isn't.
minutes played, it should have been
So
Sam. But
it's
I feel like I
true.
remembered
True is the
Crowley
answer
scoring.
for
Yeah,
question
okay.
4.
I still got it wrong,
Or
like,
sorry,
but I don't know why.
sorry,
Oh,
false.
False
It's
is the
false,
answer.
false,
Oh,
Yeah,
I
false,
got it right.
false.
Oh, fucking
false is
hell.
the answer. The statement was Jack Crowley scored more than Sam Prendergast.
Yeah, sorry, I
Gosh.
did it the
Yeah,
wrong
that
way
was the
around.
Okay.
fourth. That was the fourth
Felt
one,
very
wasn't it?
provocative.
Oh, thank
It's all
goodness for
very
that.
prerogative. And surely you got this. Tyburn played the most minutes on the Lions.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yes, he did.
Of
Oh,
Oh,
course he did.
I pulled
I
that
need to
back. I pulled that back.
need to
Pulled
learn
it
to
back.
stop seeing trick questions when they don't exist.
You see, do you know what it is? It's this face right here. You're
I
like, this lad is
just
being a cheeky little fucking
he's
asshole.
up to something. I thought it was like clever, like maybe there's someone else who played like a bunch of the earlier games and then also the
Well, Alex
tests.
Mitchell played all bar one game, but he actually
Yeah,
famously didn't play a lot of minutes. So
yeah.
next up is Ben. And I do apologize if anyone's provincial questions are easier than the others, but I just try and keep them fairly okay, or at least in my head they were okay. But
I'd
that's
Wait,
like
my
to
hold
head.
on,
apologize
hold
to
on,
every
hold
Munster
on.
fan who watches this podcast.
Are you saying
Thank you.
that these questions are going to be easier? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm saying that in my head they're all easy. I could have gotten all of these answers, bar like one of David's ones I thought
You'd
was
be hearing
tricky,
nothing
but
out of you. You got gently led by the hand through a couple of your questions.
yeah, so shut up,
I
Adam.
feel like these are going to be more difficult because Gaylord has like a level of Munster knowledge more than the other two as well. So it'll be like, who
I
scored
know I have a
Munster's
good
first
level
try
on.
in 2009?
From
No,
the
no, they're
RTE
all from
vault.
2025. But to be fair, I wanted a Rob Little question, and I decided let's give him a layup with Zach Ward. So I'm just throwing it out there. So question 1 of the provincial specials in round 2 for you, Ben, were 2 points. You were there. Who scored Munster's opening try in the win in La Rochelle? So they scored 3 tries. Who scored the first one?
Oh,
And
Casey.
I know this for certain. It was the only one down your end of the pitch.
Yeah, Casey.
It was Craig Casey, correct. After a Tacky's Abrahams
I was
break.
like, was it Craig or was it LeBlanc 2.0?
No, the block
One of them.
2.0 was in front of me,
Yeah, no,
actually,
that's fair.
down
Yeah.
the other end. Second one, who was Munster's top try scorer last season?
Tom Farrell.
It was Tom Farrell,
No one else
correct.
scored tries.
That's also
He
true.
just scored all of our tries.
Now, we're going to do the same as Adam to make this one fair. Clayton McMillan brought with him 2 backroom staff members from New Zealand and from the Chiefs. Well, I think one from the Chiefs and one from Maori All Blacks. If you can name me both, ideally, one will still give you a point. Can you name me the 2 backroom staff members that he brought over?
Ben probably has their phone numbers, to be fair.
I know
Just
someone who
one.
does.
There's somebody who I don't. Um. Oh my God.
One of them's son is getting big on TikTok, actually.
Yeah, I can name the son. The
Protein
son's a
bar.
referee. I actually got chatting to him last week.
The son's name is
Um,
Jack.
Mark Verco?
I'll give it to you. It's Martin Verco.
Ah.
It's close enough. I'll give you that. And
Um,
who's the other one?
All I can think is Mossy Lawler, and it's not Mossy. I'm sorry, but
No, it's not Mozzie Lawler. His surname is a condiment. It is Brad Mayo.
oh,
Yes,
Brad
the-
Mustard.
Pat Mustard, bringing him back
Mustard.
at
did
Christmas
Brad
time.
Mayo only
Do you
come
remember
with
Baz Mustard?
did Brad Mayo only come with Clayton? Fuck.
He did, yeah.
I feel
He
like he's been
was-
around fucking Yanks.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
If he
Thank you.
was, Munster's injury crisis would have been a lot better last season, but it wasn't. Question 4: Where did Munster sign Michael Alatoa from?
Claremont Auvergne.
It was Claremont. I was going to do a signings one for everyone, and then I realized Too many guys aside from Leinster. I just can't. I'm gonna try and just do the other ones that I
And like
can do
Leinster
then.
signings is just where did Rico come from? Because
Yeah,
everyone else is
essentially.
just St. Michael's or
And
Blackrock.
and they're David's second team, so I couldn't ask him that. So that's not one of your questions, David. You're welcome. And finally, for you, Ben, which high-profile Australian referee took charge of Munster against Argentina last November? You were there. I was there.
I was there and he had a cracking game for what it was. Um,
Wasn't
Gardner?
It was Gardner. To be fair, how many Aussie referees do we know?
I'm
So I
thinking
would.
Berry was in my head. I'm like, no, he's too tanned. I'd have noticed him. He's also not an
That's
Aussie.
true. It would have bounced. The light would have bounced off him like it does off, other
He
people
had a
in
really fun.
Limerick.
He mightn't have seen the game. He had the game clock didn't match with the video clock. So Argentina were like, oh, it's 40 minutes. We can kick it out. Well, the match
Oh
clock was only
yes,
38. It's like it
That
should have
is
been a
correct.
Munster line out on their five. But he was
So
like, no.
on in that round, Ben, you got 9 out of 10. Am I correct in saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct. Good stuff. Adam, sorry, can I just get the round one scores while we're at it? Adam, what you get in round one?
I got two, right?
Two. And then in round two,
I got 8 points.
8 points. Grant. Ben, what you get in round one?
3.
You got three. And David, what you get in round one?
two,
Which?
two.
Two. Grant. Okay,
Wham
so
Sam Prendergast.
Ben Ben is into a very, very early lead. So on to David's ones next. As always, remember if you do like what you see or hear, not just this show, but other rugby related shows, you can follow the Global Gain Line and the Interpro Show. We'll be back. I don't know. We'll be back at some stage. Before the new year, after the new year, who knows? We'll decide at the time. But Provincial Specials, part three of round two, Leinster, the URC champions, as David probably doesn't remind us enough, to be fair, and he was there that day.
I
But we're going
was.
to start on a lower note.
How did the
How many
confetti come out?
games?
Sorry.
Yeah, for anyone who's on audio, the lads keep playing with the filters on Zoom. Uh, David, how many games did Leinster lose in total in 24-25?
In 24-25, we lost this classic delaying tactic, repeating the question. Well, we obviously we lost against Northampton, so that's one. We didn't lose any. Obviously we won all URC. We lost against one, two, three, I want to say four.
It's three.
Did we?
It was
Oh, we
three
won.
questions.
We beat the Sharks in
You beat the
semi-final.
Sharks in
Fuck. Yeah.
respectfully, one of the worst games last season. It was pretty bad.
No, that was an arm wrestle. I liked that game.
Lost to the Bull. Well, to be fair,
Fuck
I was in bad form
yeah.
that day. Lost to the Bulls, Scarlets, and Northampton.
I remember the
That was,
Scarlets game. That one annoyed me because I was like, oh, we were on the run for an unbeaten season here.
yeah, that's true. The next
Ah,
one is definitely a layup. I know
yeah.
you've mentioned this lad before. Name me the former Ireland Sevens flyer turned Leinster try scorer this season.
It'd be JJ Kenny.
That is JJ Kenny. I also would accept it. Joshua Kenny. A
JJ to his
question.
friends. We're
JJ
best
different.
mates.
So that's you. Okay, fair enough. Question three. Who did Tyler Blandall replace as backs coach?
Andrew Goodman.
That is also correct. Well done. The next one, believe it or not, for question four, Ben and Adam both know this one because I asked them
Yeah.
this one last night as a kind of here's what I may ask. And that question is how
Did you
many
ask them on
games?
air or off air? Because this will be a test
No,
of whether or
off
not I
air,
listened
off
to them.
air, off air.
Okay.
How many games did Leinster play in Croke Park in 2025? And I'm gonna give you a hint. The answer for 2025 is the same as 24-25. So
Oh,
just saying.
okay. I mean, I was presumably at all of them, so
I would assume so. It's
uh,
you.
it's me, so I'm the problem. It's
Hey.
wait, the answer for 25 is the same as the answer for 24-25?
As in like the season twenty-four
If
twenty-five, and the calendar, the actual
yeah.
question is calendar year 25, but it's actually the
Yeah.
same answer anyways.
Okay. Is it?
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just a
So that
coincidence.
okay, then it must be uh, uh, free.
Correct. It is
We
3.
both got it wrong last night.
Did
Yeah,
you lads?
I
You
said
gave
four.
it, honestly, if you
I
hadn't
said
told me that
four.
it was the same as 24, 25, I would have gotten it wrong because I forgot that we played Munster, but that must have been in I would have assumed that game, I forgot. I would have assumed that game was in at the end of 24 because that's usually when it is. But yeah,
We went
I,
Northampton.
I
We assumed
yeah,
Northampton was in
Northampton.
Croker.
Yeah,
They
I
assume
thought
Northampton's
Northampton was in
Croke Park.
Croker. I don't know why. Did you still play Northampton in Croker at some point?
The
I don't know
season
why I
before,
think
yeah.
that.
yeah,
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 that's
we
what it
did. Yeah.
was.
This one, David, is probably your hardest one of the 5, but you were
Oh,
there.
goody.
So,
Okay.
who won Player of the Match in Leinster's BKT United Rugby Championship final victory?
Oh,
You've only got 23 players to choose from.
that's kind of hard. Yeah, and I was there, and I don't know that I mean, I watched the game back, but you don't usually get that in the watch back. Oh God, who? That's a good question.
If I gave a hint, Ben would know it straight away
Yeah,
because it's become a meme. But so I'm not going to. But who won Player of the Match in that final?
it's
Easy.
become a meme. Become a meme. Was it
It
Ryan
did
Baird?
amongst like certain a group chat that we're in, kind of thing. Not the actual, but the player, not the actual award.
Yes.
The award, everyone knows the Investec Zebra is on top of all BK of all Man the Match awards, Player of the Match awards.
Oh,
Gonna have
the
to
player.
push you.
The player
So
became a meme. I don't know. I
not
guessed Ryan. I guessed Ryan Baird.
correct. It is Ryan Baird.
Wow.
You have pulled that one out.
Wow.
What a fantastic round. Is that 8 out of 10 for you? Am I right in saying?
That's yeah, yeah. That's it. I was saying.
That is a
I
fantastic round. Fair play. So yeah, the
Oh, it could have been perfect if I hadn't forgot that match I really enjoyed against the Sharks.
yeah,
Idiot.
so 3 losses, JJ Kenny, Andrew Goodman, 3 games in Crow Park. That was just a complete coincidence. It was only when I looked them up to double check. And Ryan Baird, who one podcast said he was probably the best flanker in the Northern Hemisphere pre-Lions tour. But I'm not sure if I'd went that far, to be honest. He was in good form, but I wouldn't have went that far
He
myself.
was excellent in that game, though. He
Yeah.
was in that final,
Oh,
and
he was
he was
very good in the
genuinely
final.
superb in that game.
The only player that I really remember is Willie
Remember.
LaRue because he had a stinker
Yeah, he had a
of a
bad day.
final. He had
I'd
a
always
really
remember
bad day.
Fitton going. I think that was like his first try in for Leinster, possibly. He scored the
Yeah,
final
Gibson
try of that
Park
game.
didn't play. He was ruled
Uh,
out.
yeah, but
That was
Gunsmith
when
came off the
the
bench
nerves
and
hit.
just did great. It was really fun. Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
fun game. It wasn't a
Well,
thrilling final, but it was a fun game.
the next round, gentlemen, is a 10 round question of 1 point each.
Is
How
it
it's
supposed
going
to
to
be a 10
work?
question round?
10 question round. Yeah,
Mm.
So
of one
10
point
points on
each.
offer.
So 10 points on offer, correct. What's going to happen is I'm going to ask you questions. I actually, do you know what? I need to go and double check one of the answers because I got conflating answers on one of them. So, if you want to just discuss amongst yourselves for a split second, while I go and double check one of them, I can't say it out loud.
But try and think of a Connacht answer for. Oh no, to be fair, I've got a good question. Who is the only player to make their debut in a Heineken Cup final and win it?
Is that
Oh,
John Cooney?
It is, yeah, fair enough. Fair
I'm
enough.
did
good.
he?
Yeah.
I'm good.
That
I
is
knew
So
it.
I saw John Cooney's debut, professional debut for a team against the team that I support, which is
Which is
mad.
Oh,
kind of
It's mad
mad
to
when you
think
think
about.
about it.
It's mad to think. It's weird to think about.
That is.
he's
Okay.
in France now, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yes.
He's
Brave.
a
He's
brief.
doing all right. Yeah, doing all right at Brave.
Yeah, he is. He's with there with someone else, but yeah, he's in brief. Okay, so round 3 is going to have about 5 questions on the Ireland men's team, I believe. I think it's 3 on the women and 2 on the Lions. Most of them are pretty self-explanatory. It's name someone a lot of the time, or a number in one instance, and one is a bit of a curveball, to be honest with you. But question 1 of the Ireland round, if you can call it that, pens at the ready. Who scored Ireland men's first try of 2025 in their Guinness Six Nations win over England? So the first game of the calendar year, Ireland got a bonus point in that game. Who scored first? See, to me, this is easy because I remember this try because I thought it was a very good try. but they scored a lot of course, they're all very good tries to squeeze in another Father Ted reference in there. So who scored Ireland's first of 2025 in that game? Starting to realize I should not be quizmaster anymore because I find these things too easy. We're
No,
going
but
to move
it's
on to
much
question
better
two.
that
No,
way.
that's a good
Possibly.
question. That's a good question.
That's a great
The
This
question.
last
this
quiz was a
one,
lot worse because the last question, or the last quiz, I feel like had a lot more historical stuff. And as you well
yeah,
know, I have not been following the sport for long enough to get any of that. So if
yeah.
it
And
happened
then Ben's
before
excuse
if it
was,
happened
I
before
forget.
2018 and it didn't involve Brian O'Driscoll, I don't know.
There was a point in last year's quiz where if anyone could find the video, my face just goes blank for the entirety of name players who played for Ireland. We tried to do a snake and it got like 4 people in.
Oh, Jesus. I'm going to move on to question two now, but we will double back with all the questions. Anyways, 55 players in total lined out for the Ireland men's 15s team this year. Who was the only player to play all 11 games? Now, you may remember I did tweet about this after the Ireland South Africa game or before the Ireland South Africa game. Who's the only Ireland player to play all 11 games this year? I think about 3 players played 10, one
Hmm.
played 11, and then after that, I think it's a little bit of a drop because of the Lions tour.
Started or played?
Played. No
Okay,
one started
thank you.
every game.
Thank you.
Question three. This is the one that I had to go back and double check because I found a conflating answer because you'll know in a minute why. How many Ireland players featured on the Lions tour? So I'm looking for call-ups plus the original squad. I'll give you a hint. The original squad was 15, and I'm looking for all call-ups. So the call-up could have happened at 4 o'clock that evening. It didn't happen at 4 o'clock that evening, but it could have if you wanted to. So how many Ireland players featured on the 2025 British and Irish Lions Tour of Australia? Good thing I didn't ask how many Leinster players. I would have started a row in the comments. We're going to move on to question four now. It's another men's question. This one is a curveball, I think. How many starts did Tadhg Furlong win in the Six Nations in 2025? It is a curveball. And I can see your faces. So this is quite enjoyable. Again, this is much better. Once again, for anyone at home, do go to YouTube because it's just way more fun watching them. It's a lot of fun for me as well. Santi is enjoying it as
You
well.
can watch the video on Spotify as well.
You can actually, no, you can.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Lee,
Yeah.
producer Lee, who answers all the comments below our videos, he puts it on Spotify now. We're going to move on to question five, gentlemen, if you don't mind, of this Ireland round. Name the Ireland winger. Sorry, let me start that again. Name the Ireland women's winger who scored their opening try of the Women's Rugby World Cup against Japan in Northampton this year. An Ireland winger. So you have the choice of about 3 players. I think they only played 3 players on the wing over the duration of the tournament, if even.
Number two
Stay.
is bothering me that much that I'm answering everything around it, and I'm like, number two.
yeah, number 2 was awful.
Number two is not that awful if you remember what I tweet about. What did David probably fight me over? I'm joking, I'm joking, I'm joking. He fights me over different things. Question six. This one should be a slam dunk, realistically. Who did the Lions face in Dublin before flying to Australia? So who did the Lions face in Dublin before flying to Australia? Which led to one of the most famous moments of Irish punditry of 2025, if you're a listener to the Indo Sport podcast, where Will Slattery confessed to having asked Andy Farrell, "Well, how did you think you did tonight?" Which, as you can imagine, went down very well, as you'd ask any coach. So, question seven. Who was Ireland men's top try scorer in 2025? Top try scorer for the Ireland men's in 2025. I think he scored 7. It could have been 6 tries. It could have been 5. I think 5, 6, or 7. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, who's Ireland men's? Don't even think about it. I'm good at minus 100 points for Adam. For anyone taking tally at
I'm a
home.
teacher. I'd minus 100 points for myself for that.
Yeah, I suppose your training has just been halted. So, final read through, who was Ireland men's top try scorer in 2025? And no, the answer is not Dennis Hickey. Just to throw that out there, because shouting out wrong answers can be very fun. It just doesn't work on Zoom, so I did warn you about that already. Question 8, I can take the stadium or the town. I'll be nice to you here. In what stadium slash town did Ireland women play their Rugby World Cup quarter-final against France? As you remember, it was an absolute day for the Ducks. It was in a Gallagher Premiership ground. Um, I was going to give another hint, but I realized that would be make it a little bit too easy for one person. So, in what stadium slash I think it's actually a city did Ireland women play France in the Rugby World Cup quarterfinal? Question 9. This one I'm going to need you to listen carefully. Which retiree scored in his final test against France in the men's Six Nations? So, as we
Oh,
know, Ireland had a few retirees after the Six Nations. One of them didn't play in that Italy game, and he actually scored against France at the death in Dublin. Who is that player? I feel like I've tried to, because it's tough. I didn't know this myself until I went into it, and I was like, sure, that's actually a nice one. So,
Genuinely
and
could have said to me players retired after France, and I'd have been like, cool.
did he?
Did anyone
I
retire?
I could have sworn Andy Farrell picked them again for the New Zealand game.
he was called up for the Lions, I
Yeah.
swear.
Yeah, so was Owen, to be fair.
CJ Stander came back.
CJ Sanders going to play for the Bulls any day now, Neil Francis. We're going to move on to question 10 and then I'll run through it all. So, question 10. Ireland's Fiona Chute was one of their stars in the 2025 calendar year. But who is her Ireland internationally capped fiance for the men's team, I should add. So, Fiona Chute from Dublin, plays at Club Rugby, not with Leinster, was a star for Ireland this year. Scored a brilliant try in that win, I think over Japan. I think she scored her brilliant try against. She was an absolute star this year. But who is her fiance who has played for Ireland on one or two occasions? Maybe the fact that Adam knows it might help you in the right direction. Or the fact that you should just follow all these people on Instagram anyways, guys.
Oh,
So we're looking for Fiona Chute's fiance. I'm going to run back up to the top before we move on to the final round. So the first one was who scored Ireland men's first try 2025 in the Six Nations against England? That's the first one. Question two, 55 players lined out for the Ireland men's team this year, but who was the only player to play in all 11 games?
Oh, I think got it.
It'd be really funny if Adam actually guesses wrong after having the big oh on camera. How many Ireland players featured on the Lions tour? And again, in case you didn't get it first time, 15 players were originally selected. I want the call-ups as well, both pre or during the tour. So how many? So it's more than 15. How many starts did Tadhg Furlong win for Ireland in the Guinness Men's Six Nations Championship this year? Question 5. Name the Ireland women's winger who scored the opening try of the Women's Rugby World Cup. How is everyone with this one? Have you found that one tricky?
Yeah.
That
Ben,
one
David?
was, yeah,
Yeah.
She's from Tipperary, so that narrows it down. Ireland winger, so
I
and
think.
captained Ireland during that World Cup as well, or if not during the Six Nations. So Ireland winger scored in the World Cup. She's from Tipperary. Ireland famously only have about three wingers that actually got game
Yeah.
time this year.
Okay.
So the law firm, some people call her. Who did the Lions
that gives it away.
face in Dublin before flying out to Australia? Is the next one. Who was Ireland men's top try scorer in 2025? Question 8. In what stadium slash town slash city? I don't know. I'm not a English people. Get on to me in the comments. In what stadium slash town slash city did Ireland women play France in the Rugby World Cup quarter final? There's a reason why I didn't say the pool game against New Zealand because we mentioned it about 15,000 times before I flew out to that game. Question 9. Which retiree scored in his final test for Ireland against France in the men's Six Nations? Didn't play against Italy, but he scored against France the week before. And question 10. Ireland's Fiona Chute was a star of 2025, but name her internationally capped Ireland men's international fiance. So, gents, we're going to go back up to the top. Pens at the ready for correcting. The answer to question 1, each of these worth 1 point each. Who scored Ireland men's first try 2025? Does someone take a stab at it? David?
I guess I don't know. I have no memory of that game, and I don't know why, but I really don't have any memories of that game.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You guessed correctly. What you write down?
I wrote James Lowe because I
So
always
did
write
I.
James.
It was not James Lowe. James Lowe had the assist for Jamison Gibson Park to score. If you
Ah.
remember, James Lowe handed off Alex Mitchell and left him somewhere in Sandymount and then released Jamison Gibson Park to score.
I presume 1 and
Uh,
2 aren't the same answer then.
no, 1 and 2 are not the same answer
Okay.
then.
That's fine.
Because this lad was on that lad was on the line store. This one was not. 55 Ireland players lined out for the Ireland men's team this year, but who was the only one to play all 11 games?
Jack
We've mentioned him
Crowley?
already. It was Jack Crowley.
Oh,
Yeah. So well
why did
done
I
to
say
anyone who got that one.
Tommy
I
O'Brien?
couldn't think of any game he
How would
didn't
Tommy
play. I was
O'Brien?
like,
He won his first cap in the summer.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was
I
thinking.
couldn't.
I was like, it's not Tommy O'Brien because he didn't play Six Nations. I was like,
If we
oh,
don't have
Yeah,
a
anyway.
it's like
third 10,
there
of course it was Jack.
there
Yeah,
was no game he didn't play. I was like,
there was no game he didn't play. Correct. Kieran
what was the
Frawley
game
then led
Sam
the
didn't
bench.
play?
Portugal.
It would be in
Frawley was on the
Portugal, yeah.
bench, and then Crowley played the full 80 and actually broke the record for most conversions by an Ireland kicker in that game, which also
Fair.
tied into my earlier question because I was like, if you remember that he scored a lot, that made that one a
Yeah.
lot harder.
Yeah.
How many Ireland players featured on the Lions tour? So 15 were originally selected.
18?
18 is correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
They
Finlay
called it
Bealham, Jamie
Wow.
Tom
Osborne,
Clarkson.
and Tom Clarkson were the 3 call-ups. So David and Adam are very happy with that one. The trick question: how many starts did Tadhg Furlong win in the Six Nations? Did anyone guess
3?
0?
Oh,
Oh, was it 0?
It was 0.
Because he only
oh.
came back. He wasn't he injured, and he only came back, and then
Yeah.
they put him on the bench.
Hugh
I thought
Griffin
he had
slagged me about
1.
this recently.
I
He
do
was
think he had
he
1
was in contention from basically week 1, only made it back for the final game and was on the
in
bench.
contention.
In contention, as they say. I might just double check that just on the off chance I got that one wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong.
What's the
Um,
phrase they always say? Assessed as the week goes on.
yes, or
There's a
to
lot
be
of that.
determined later in the week.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that going around.
Yeah. So the question 5 was name the Ireland women's winger who scored the opening try for Ireland in the Women's World Cup.
You
She's from
slightly
Tipperary,
gave it away. Slightly gave it away. Not with that. With the law firm
the
thing.
law
Come
firm.
on,
Amy Lee Costigan. To be fair, lads, you were
Costigan.
struggling with that one. I
Amy
had
Lee.
to.
I had that before. I was like, fuck's sake. I say, hey, when you give the obvious hint, you're like, I already had it, motherfucker. Amy
Yeah, well, it
Lee,
didn't
knee
fucking help you
Murphy
last
throw
time.
that was. No,
Yeah,
it didn't have enough
exactly. Finlay Bealham started that Italy game, so 0 is the correct answer for Tadhg Furlong. Starts
I
in question 4.
I didn't know she was from Tipperary. That's mildly disappointing.
Yeah, she's from Tip,
There's something not
unfortunately.
right. And I say that my granddad's from Tip, but there's something not right about that guy.
Something not right
He
about
said it, not
Tipperary.
me.
Should be our fucking tagline.
I'm just saying. I'm
But
just saying.
also at the same time, if on the off chance like Maeve O'Leary or Dennis Leamy are listening, we love Tipperary. If you're wondering.
I
I'm from
swear,
Dublin. I wasn't. They weren't winning me over. I wasn't winning them over anyway.
isn't
This actually.
Cormac is a
Sorry, go on.
sorry,
Cormac
Cormac
Street
is
was
a
Offaly.
Chukers.
He's
Oh, is
from
he
Offaly.
awfully? I thought he was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
I
went
thought
to
he was
school in
Tip.
Roscoe.
Like Offaly and
Yeah.
Tipper. Like,
This does
gosh.
remind me though, like
Exactly.
being from Dublin, I'm used to it. But there was a big hoo-ha made about the fact that Paul Mescal was asked if he preferred London or Dublin, and he said London. And I was like, yeah, but he's not from Dublin. And anyone
Yeah,
who's from
exactly.
Ireland who isn't from Dublin doesn't like it. Like
Yeah.
there's no one
3
from
of us
Galway
have
going,
lived there,
you know
and
what my
3 of
favorite
us would
city
answer
is?
the same to that
Dublin.
question,
Like
I
nobody
probably.
don't know,
says that.
could I say London is better than Dublin? Like, I think that would hurt me inside.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
It
move
didn't
back on to
surprise me
question
though.
6, lads, because we've got to
Yeah,
get
no,
through
that's
this.
fine.
Who did the Lions face pre-tour in Dublin?
Argentina.
Argentina.
Correct, it was Argentina this time around. Japan is actually who they played in 2021. Of course,
Yeah,
Adam wearing that
Murrayfield.
lovely in Murrayfield, correct. I think Tyke Burns scored in that game as well, and he scored in this one. He definitely scored in this one.
I think Alan
Uh,
Wynne Jones scored in that game as well, if it's any comparison.
RoboCap, because he came back from the dead. Who was Ireland's men's top try scorer? Firstly, did anyone say a forward?
I did.
Okay. Adam, who'd you say?
Shane.
David, who'd you say?
I said Shane as well.
Ben, who'd you say?
Oh, I'm wrong.
It is Dan Sheehan.
It is
Nice.
It was Dan
Nice.
Sheehan.
I was
Yeah,
torn
I
between
had
Tyburn and
no
James Lowe,
idea,
and I
and
was
he's
wrong.
just a safe bet.
it
Yeah,
is a
that's what I
safe
was
bet, to be
thinking.
fair.
That's
Even
what
though
I was
Ireland's
thinking.
maul isn't what it used to be,
No,
it's still
it's
a
not.
safe bet because he
Oh, he
got
can
something
score
Oh
from
for it.
no,
open play as well.
no,
Like
That's
he's
he's
in the
it.
excellent sometimes.
loose. In the loose, he's
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah.
That try, that try he scored against England is as good of a try as you'll see all year from any Irish player. In what stadium slash town slash city did Ireland women play their World Cup quarter final against France? David?
Sandy Park, Exeter. Oh shit.
Sandy Park Exeter is
Uh,
correct. Ben, did you get that?
Come on.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say one of us was there before, and then I realized that's way too easy for Ben because
Twice.
he's been there twice, apparently. Oh,
what
fair
was
play.
the
Twice.
game? What was the game in Brighton?
New
Brighton
New
was
Zealand.
the New
Zealand.
Zealand game.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
I don't understand why.
The
Anywho,
Amex, not the Amex.
I,
yeah.
I think I think I've got this next one.
Sound bad.
Which retiree scored in
I'm
his final
fairly sure
test?
I have these.
It was
Adam.
Cian Healy.
Cian Healy.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. It is Cian Healy. He's the only one who didn't play against Italy. So I
That was
felt
what
like that
gave it. I
was.
was like, I remember Jack Ball getting picked for that game, and I thought it was really shit because I knew Keane Healy was retiring, and I was like, come on, what are you doing? You
Yeah,
pick
but then again, he was a
now?
dub who bowed out to
Andy
Dublin.
Farrell of all people picks now to rotate. Come on.
And
Now
rotate the
you
front row
rotate.
of all places.
Yeah, exactly. Adam is going to give us
Yeah.
the next. I'll read out the question. Adam's going to give us the answer. Fiona Chute is engaged to which Ireland international? Adam.
Eric O'Sullivan.
It is Eric O'Sullivan.
Yeah, I
Well
ticked I
done.
ticked that just I ticked that just before you said it. Oh no, you can't even see it. I ticked it just before you said it.
I'll let you add your scores on the doors there, please. Adam, what did you get?
I got 6 right.
You got 6, not bad. Ben, what do you get?
5.
5, okay. So you are level. And what do you get, David?
I got 6.
6. Oh, I think David's in the lead by 1. Okay,
That doesn't sound
interesting.
right.
So
Is it
we've
actually
got
coming
one
down
more
to the
round.
member round?
It's going to come down to
Oh,
the November round, and these are
okay. Oh, good luck.
5 points per question.
It was fun while it
Um,
lasted.
I need to just pull this up, so I can.
Have you done a nice PowerPoint? I did a nice
I
PowerPoint.
have done a nice PowerPoint. The whole thing, the
Animations.
PowerPoint is ready to go. But I decided people would rather see your reactions, essentially. So I'm just going to share my
If
screen
Adam doesn't
momentarily.
win this round, the whole podcast is a lie.
Oh, wait, I
Oh,
just realized.
my ball
That's true.
knowledge has been a travesty.
Right, sorry, I need to
Oh
go back
no,
in
the
there.
pressure's on there. Why'd you say that, Ben?
So this is it coming up. Just let me know when you can see it there, lads. Can you see that there?
Not yet.
It's loading slowly.
1 second
There
now.
we go.
Can you see it?
Oh, you did it on Canva. How
I
very
did it on
hipster of you.
Canva. I know, very
My partner
hipster.
would be very impressed.
So it's
Oh,
fair.
tell your partner I said hello.
All right.
So this
Oh
one
my
is pretty
God.
Without
simple.
doxing my partner over
Yeah,
over
I
the
wasn't
internet
going to dox
quiz.
them, obviously. So this is pretty simple. There's going to be 5 people pulled up on screen. Each right answer is worth 5 points. So it is wide open at the moment. I can tell you the first one's going to be a former Ulster player. The next one's going to be former Munster, then former Leinster, then international, and then Irish, or vice versa. I'm not 100% sure on that layout. All internationals, every single one of them. But the
Again,
years that they were internationals might make
former
it a little bit
Ulster.
tricky.
Was it one Ulster, Munster?
Ulster, Munster, Leinster, but they'll be in the little tile that I have
What
drawn
about
up anyways.
Connacht?
All right.
Where's Connacht? Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
well,
hold
I'm the
on.
Connacht guest, so I couldn't be asking you about Connacht players. So I said I'd do one each, do one for Ireland, and then do an international. There you go, made it
You've
fair.
turned into every other Irish podcast.
Yeah, exactly. We also put
What have
Ulster
we
last,
become?
and a few people called me out on it last week, not yesterday, last week. Wink, wink. So, are we ready, gentlemen? If well, I'll get you to write these down actually, because it is, a head-to-head. Number 1. To remember me, this is a former Ulster player who played back row. He played for Northampton Saints He won his only Ireland cap in 2005, but he was more well known for his late Northampton Saints, then return to Ulster days. Sorry, David. David's not
I've
happy with me.
can I put another fun fact? He also married a Miss Universe.
I did not know that this person married a
He
Miss
lives in
Universe.
he lives in Texas now.
I did not know
Actually,
that
Anyway,
either. Wow.
anyway,
Georgia
sorry.
member Minata just wild at.
Yeah, that's insane. Thank God. Thank God we didn't
He's
get Adams.
he broke the Ulster caps record,
Did he?
as well.
Yeah, he
Yes,
did a long career actually, now that I
yeah.
think of
and he liked two sugars in his tea as well. Yeah,
it. And his
I've
dog's
got
name is Rex.
yeah. They
If it
already grew
is,
up on
apologies to this person. So,
it.
again, former Ulster Northampton Saint, back row Ireland cap in 2005. Next one is this man.
Oh,
He's a former Cork
Ah,
hurler. He played wing and fullback. He has three Ireland caps, and he's currently with Oyonnax in the Pro D2. I
Is
actually
he
thought he'd retired, to be honest,
is
but
he
he's still with
still with
Oyonnax.
Oina?
He's
Yeah.
still with Oyonnax. Yeah,
yeah,
did a
I
season with
spoke
Larry
about
Tyrone.
him a couple of weeks ago, didn't I?
I'm not
I met
sure.
him.
Off call. I was asking
Oh,
about him.
David met him. That's a nice
Yeah,
little
he was
bird.
signed. Well, I met him. He was signing stuff outside Thomond one of the times I went down. Nice
I
fella.
uh I watched this guy play in an AIL Bateman Cup semi-final, and by God, he nearly bet the opposition by himself. This is when he was like on the edge of playing internationals, had been just back from injury. It was insane. So again, former Cork hurler, wing fullback, three Ireland caps, currently with Oyonnax, formerly of Munster, of course, if he's a Cork man. Next one. This one should be pretty straightforward.
Oh, come on.
He's a
Oh,
Kilkenny man who was a utility back, even though I don't think I've ever seen him play fullback, but I think I've seen him play everywhere else. Won 34 caps for Ireland, won the Six Nations 2018, and possibly before that as well, and retired in 2020. Now, this Kilkenny man didn't actually play for Munster. This Kilkenny man played for Leinster this time around, which, Ian Dowling, for instance, it's been hazy before in the
Did he
past.
play hurling most importantly?
I've no idea.
he
I've
was
no
born in
idea.
America. He was born in America, wasn't he?
How do you know this?
Loads of us were. It is true. I only found this out recently because I was looking this up for unrelated reasons. Is Kilkenny the only county that doesn't have a football team? They only play
No, they
hurling.
do have a football team. They just play in the All-Ireland Junior Championship.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
My a friend of mine got asked to play for them before. He's from Kilkenny. He got asked to play for them,
Ah,
and he was like, "Nah."
yeah, you
So
can wash
this
my
is a
head with that.
Yeah, exactly. Kilkenny utility back, 34 Ireland caps, retired in 2020. Played for Leinster. Should be pretty straightforward. And for anyone listening, so this one is tricky. So I've actually included some letters of his name. So it's a French winger, a Claremont legend. He's scored against Ireland, Munster, and Leinster in the past. I think all three in Ireland as well. And some of the letters of his name include Juinmlzu. So if you can figure it out from there, David's actually having to take this down because I think it's before David's time. In fairness. Oh, that picture is actually him playing against Ireland. I didn't
Yes.
notice that until now.
Irlande.
Not the game he scored in,
Irlande,
though.
do that point. No.
Give us a blast of that one there, David. So this French winger, Claremont legend, I think he played like over 300 games for Claremont, like
Oh
everyone seems
no,
to do.
I've seen him. I've seen him so many times. I just can't.
Yeah, he scored against Ireland, Munster, Leinster, and his initials are JM with an N and a U at the end of that first and last name, respectively. I'm going to have to move on to the next one. We will come back. Question five. This is a former Ireland interim head coach. He was Connacht head coach. He played scrum half for Ireland, and he also coached Edinburgh, Zebra, and Georgia as defence coach briefly. He's also done some punditry with RTE and with Premier Sports. But yeah,
Oh,
this is the last one on this particular list. He was a
um,
long-term Connacht head coach as well. Interim Ireland head coach
oh, what's his
2008
name?
before Declan Kidney
Oh,
took up the
what's his
role on a
name?
full-time basis.
Oh, what's his
Connacht head
name?
coach.
It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Well, it needs to be on the tip of your pen. That's the
I know
thing.
it's been on the tip of my head. I know it's been.
Ireland number nine.
Oh,
And yeah, he has coached at Edinburgh, Zebra, and Georgia.
When
So
did he
if you
coach
know
in
who?
that one.
Georgia?
Very briefly, around 2015, 16 time, give or take.
Oh,
I'm going to run back to the start here, gents. Oh, went too far. So, first one for the Did You Remember Me round, former Ulster player, formerly of Saints as well, back row and won his only Ireland cap 2005. Adam also told us he married Miss Universe, lives in the States, and was Ulster's most cap player for a while. I won't give you his initials, but this will be a huge boost for Adam if he does get this one right. Question 2, former Cork hurler, wing fullback, 3 Ireland caps, and is currently at Oyonnax. Number 3, Kilkenny man, utility back, has 34 Ireland caps, retired into 2020. I think that's where that photo was from, actually. Question 4, French winger, Claremont legend, scored against Ireland, Munster, and Leinster, and his initials are JM, and has a very French name because there's an L and a Z in that surname. Wouldn't get that around here. Question 5, former Ireland interim head coach in 2008, former Connacht head coach for about 7 years, I think it was, former Ireland scrum half, and also coached Edinburgh, Zebra, and Georgia. So I'm just going to close that down. For anyone on YouTube, your chance to answer is now over. And we are just going to give the lads one last second to answer and then put their pens down. Adam. Oh no.
Yeah, sorry.
I'll let
Go.
David do the dramatic dropping of the pen.
That's done. It was
Adam.
made less dramatic because it was keyed out by the virtual
Yeah,
background,
a small bit.
It's okay.
Who is the Ulster player?
Roger Wilson.
Correct. Who got Roger Wilson? Just 2E?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
fair enough. That one was a bit tricky for you, in fairness, Dave. Sorry about that. Question 2. Did anyone say Darren Sweetenham?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did everyone say Darren Sweetenham? Well done.
Yeah.
Correct. Former Cork man. He was playing books that day in that anecdote I told you. The next one. Shouldn't need any help with this. David, the name?
That's Fergus McFadden.
It is Fergus McFadden. Well done.
We did used to sell t-shirts with his face on them like that. He wasn't a minor player.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
Could
to be
not
fair,
get
like,
my brain to Fergus McFadden.
Yeah. I've
wait,
met
did
him
you get it wrong?
since.
Yeah, I got the French guy, couldn't get Fergus McFadden.
That's
Oh my
pretty funny.
God.
I've met
I'm
him
gonna
since, and
ask you.
it's really weird to see a pro player after they retire. Because I kind of saw him, he's like a monster. Now he just looks like a normal dude. Like if you didn't know him, you'd miss him. Like he just looks like a normal man. But yeah, lovely fella.
Ben, would you like to tell everyone who our French player was?
I'm gonna butcher his pronunciation. It's Julian Malezou.
It's Julian Malzio. Correct. He
Malzieu.
scored in Thomond, he scored in the RDS, and he
How
scored
do
in
you,
I
how do you
knew
Croke Park.
spell
Julian.
Malzieu? Just so I can check it.
Malzieu.
Is there
I
not
may have
M
had
A
it.
M-A-L-I-Z? No, is it M-A-L-Z?
I may have had it wrong
I-
on this.
I'm not
I've-
sure. I haven't heard of him
I've-
many years.
Well, that-
But
I've pulled that out of a cell in my brain that I didn't know I had.
he was an incredibly
right,
handsome man who tore us apart on multiple occasions,
It
including
kind of
in
looks like
Thor
Adam
Park.
Sandler in this picture, not gonna lie.
There's a bit of the
Incredible.
Sanders about him, all right, yeah.
David, I take it you didn't get that one, no?
No. I was kind of
Okay.
hoping I might accidentally stumble across the right sequence of vowels and consonants, but no. Look.
You know what? If we have an end of season quiz, I'm going to go more Leinster centric to make sure David can just catch up. And the Remember Me picture is going to be of Josh Kenny or JJ Kenny. And question 5, the final one. Remember, all of these were worth 5 points each. The former Ireland interim head coach was Michael Bradley.
I didn't
Who
get
got that? Ben
Oh.
and
Oh.
just Ben. So Ben, am I right in saying that of those 5, you finished with 4?
Yeah.
For 20. Okay. Adam, you
I got
finished with
4.
4 as well. And David, how many did you get?
Yeah, I got 2.
You got 2 for 10. So David is going to be in last place, unfortunately, with 26 points. And I think we have a tie. Just give me 2 minutes here, gents.
Oh no.
So 12. 1 second now.
It's
Yeah.
a Christmas miracle. It's Ulster and Munster
Oh,
United.
no.
It's like the URC
minus-
table this year.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have a
All
tie.
in
Just give me 2
this
seconds.
together.
Yeah.
26,
Leinster down the bottom.
minus 12. No, the winner by 1 point in the end, drum roll, is Ben with
Oh,
37 points.
No.
He
Become
pulled it out
second.
because you got Martin Verco. That is
Yeah.
essentially the 1 point in the
Oh,
difference.
That is wild how you have to
Because
get
I got his first
4
name wrong,
different-
do we have a tiebreak?
Do you want to do a tiebreak?
Is
'Cause
there
I
a
have
tiebreak
I
question?
have a tiebreak question.
Oh, okay.
Because I got
Okay,
his
we're gonna
first
make
name
this-
wrong, it feels wrong to win it on just that point.
That's fair. I'm going to get this ready up here now. So,
Except
and
if
we're
You'll
Adam
gonna
gets
live-
this right and I get it wrong, then
You'll
we'll see.
live to regret that, Ben.
do you know what? David is allowed to play for this one as well. So, gentlemen, I want in Ireland's
Draw
11
a
games,
picture of Ronan O'Gara.
correct closest wins. How many points did Ireland score? In 11 games, how many points did Ireland
Are we
score?
including Portugal?
We're including Portugal.
Oh,
So if I was you, I'd nearly go, what would be the average of about 10 games and then just add on the 100 odd points.
Yeah.
So, as always, thank you to everyone at home for watching or tuning in as we get the lads to just try and figure this one out here beside us.
so
Uh,
what are we going with? Whoever are closest, is it?
Whoever's closest will win, which is going to be hard for me to do because I'm going to need to use Excel. I've got Excel up here, and we'll go from here. So,
Oh,
equals the sum of 380 minus this.
So difficult.
It's pretty tricky, to be fair.
Excellent tiebreaker.
Um,
Just fling up a photo of Roger Wilson in a Northampton shirt. Hey, do you remember him? Yeah, I do.
so it's going to be the nearest one wins. David, I'm going to let you go first.
I went with. I want to say in case I'm way off. I went with 280.
That's not too bad, in fairness. So, Adam,
I went with 385.
okay, and Ben,
398.
the winner on count back with a phenomenal guess is Adam because Ireland in their 11 games scored 381 points.
Yes.
You were off
Yes.
by 4.
Oh,
What
I'm
an
looking so good.
unbelievable. I have
Oh
no
my
idea
God.
how you got that.
That's unreal.
I
You can't even be mad at that. That's
I
unreal.
can't. That
Yes.
is a spectacular ending. But gentlemen, we're coming close to the hour, so I am going to call it for the
Oh,
evening. My thanks to our victor, Ulster's Adam Latham, who now has a James Hume picture up in the background, which may have dated badly by the time this goes up. No
oh
father
yeah, could
dead.
have. No, wait, hold
To
on. There we go.
second place and winner in regulation before the playoffs, Ben, and to Leinster David, who was unfortunately shafted by the quizmaster with those that remember me questions made before he started watching the sport. And a massive thank you to everyone at home who has been listening over the last number of weeks as well. We'll be back at some stage to discuss the Christmas Interpros. But for now and until next time, take it easy and have a happy and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, all.
Merry Christmas, all.